Free Guy, directed by Shawn Levy, is the story about a bank teller who discovers that he's actually an NPC in an open-world video game. He decides to become the hero of his own story, one that he can rewrite himself. This movie was supposed to come out in July of 2020, and then was moved to December of 2020, and then May of 2021, and then now, finally, here we are, August 13th. Free Guy is out in theaters starring Ryan Reynolds, but does this movie deliver when it comes to the characters, the story, the comedy, the action, the set pieces, this world, Free City? I gotta say yes it does. First things first, when it comes to the things that I loved about this movie is absolutely 100% without a doubt Ryan Reynolds. He is the clear standout in this movie. He has that Ryan Reynolds isms throughout his films, you know, where he does those dumb one-liners or those quirky humor scenes where you just know that he's gonna make you laugh, he's gonna make you smile, and he does that 110% throughout this entire film. There's just something about his character in this movie, about Guy, that just makes you want to smile all throughout your entire experience with this movie, and I really enjoyed every minute that we got to spend with this character. Another person who did a really good job in this movie was Jodie Comer. She really kills it. She knocks it out of the park in this movie, and I really loved all of her scenes by herself, when she's in the real world, when she's in the video game with Ryan Reynolds. They have really good chemistry in this movie. And this is a comedy movie, and I already said that Ryan Reynolds is great, so what does that mean for comedy then? It's awesome. 95% of the time it works. Yeah, there's a couple misses. There are some jokes that don't really hit it, but 95% of the jokes really do work. Going into my next positive, speaking of the comedy, the cameos in this movie are super stupidly good. They are just some of the things that I wish that could have worked in Ready Player One. When it came to the nostalgia, when it came to the cameos in those movies, it didn't really work for me. It kind of halted the film. With this, for some reason, it just feels more organic. Now, I know some people will just be like, yeah, but they did that just to make you go, oh wow, look, it's that one actor, or oh look, it's that one character. For me, it just completely and utterly worked with this world that we are in Free City, especially one certain cameo, and I won't spoil it, but when you get to the third act, guys, it is truly worth it in this movie. And hopping back onto the train of nostalgia, there is something that happens in the third act with a certain property, and I won't say what property, but let's just say, you know how Disney owns 20th Century Fox? That's all I'll say. Now, this movie is not perfect. There are a couple issues, and the first one that I have is that this movie felt a little bit too long. I actually checked the runtime right after the film, and I was like, oh, this movie was only an hour and 55 minutes? It felt like it was 2 hours and 10 minutes, and to me, that isn't really good, because if I feel like this film is 20-something minutes longer than its actual runtime, that means there are certain scenes that just didn't really need to be in the movie. And going into my next negative is exactly that issue. There is a certain story arc, there's a story beat with Guy's character near the end of the second act going into the third act that I understand it makes sense with where they're going into the story, but honestly, they could have rewrote that entire scene, maybe just honestly take it out and replace it with something more interesting or something that's not so boring, honestly. And it's only like a 5 to 7 minute sequence, but other than that, guys, this movie is truly hilarious. It has outstanding actors in it. It has a really good story. It's really actually heartwarming, has some very compelling scenes with really good acting, genuine laughs, and guys, I gotta say, Free Guy is worth going to the theaters. And with that all being said, I'm going to give Free Guy a 9 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, don't forget to be blessed.